Today we will try to clone this website using free AI tools and two different methods. First of all, we got Lovable, which is an amazing AI builder. We got Vision Language Model, and we also got V0. So let's get started on both of these tools, and we're going to get the URL and we're going to say clone this website, and we're going to give the link to all of the AI tools. We're going to enable thinking and web dev for the 3Vision language model, and we're also going inside V0 and task it to clone this website. So let's see what these models will be able to do. We're also going to compare their quality and their speed. Hopefully we'll get some very nice estimates about which ones work well. And yeah, so Lovable seems to be the fastest one at this point, but also V0 seems to be very, very fast. The second method that we are going to use is a little bit different, but I think it's the most accurate because right now we give to these AI models just a link. All of them you can use completely for free up to a certain amount of requests per day. So that's very important to know. You cannot code for hours upon hours with these tools for free, but you can get started with cloning your website, putting it into a GitHub page, then connecting that GitHub to another AI tool and continuing from there. Of course, the best thing would be to actually have a subscription, for example, through ChatGPT or Claude Code. You know, these should probably give you the best results, but given that today we do a very simple test with free tools, I think these are the best and easiest offers right now to try. V0 is already showing us a preview of the website, and I got to say it looks pretty close. I actually visually prefer the website from V0 at this point rather than the original website, which is pretty sane, I got to say. Here is also the website from Lovable, which has just finished everything. It looks a little bit more simplistic, but it doesn't look bad at all. None of the other pages work, it's only the points calculator working at this point, but I got to say the result is nice. V0 is continuously working to create a Supabase authentication. I really don't know why it's doing all of this job to create like Supabase. I think it's way too much and way too unnecessary. Also, the other links seem to not work as well, which is pretty similar to what Lovable does. Of course, for all of these websites, you can deploy a preview, but comparing, the Lovable and the V0 option, I think V0 in general did a better job. Also, here is the result from Qwen. So Qwen did a nice job. It's a little different. It's not really very close to the clone. However, in general, I would say that V0 and Lovable tried to copy the website while Qwen tried to get the information and use its own style. So V0 is the best one, Lovable the second best one, and Qwen the third best one in this comparison. So let me show you the second method that you can use with these kind of tools and models. So you go back, you open up a new chat on all of these, and what you want to do is take a screenshot of the page. So let's say that I want to clone, let's say that I want to take a zoomed out photo of the web page. So I'm zooming out, I'm taking a screenshot, okay, like that, boom. Okay, we can zoom back in. I go to Lovable, V0 and Qwen. Make sure on Qwen that you select the Vision Language Model with thinking and web development. And we say clone the website you see on the image. So that's what we're going to ask each AI model to do. And let me show you how different the result will be. Because I firmly expect that going from images to code is a lot more efficient than having this model parse the website and try to make it work, try to parse the fields. That's at least what I have seen in the past. That's what I firmly expect to happen again. By the way, as we wait for all of these things to happen, I want to let you know that I have created a free school community with multiple courses about AI, and even more AI courses are coming. more AI tutorials are going to be in these courses, but already the N8N course is complete and ready for you to digest. You can join this community completely for free through the link down below in the description. It's hosted on Skool and already 45 people are inside the community. I'm really happy to see you being part of this community, and I think it's going to be a tremendous community with tremendous courses. Over 50 hours of material will be uploaded in the next month or so. So you got to learn a lot of things with it. Let's see how these models perform at this point, because we have given them, the images, they're still working as it seems. So because I don't want to waste any more of your time, I'm just going to pause the video and jump to the result. Okay, so we got the first response, which is from V0. I gotta say that V0 was a little bit disappointing. Like, this result doesn't seem as good as the previous one. It seemed like it lacked a lot of quality in terms of, replicating the website, which is quite unexpected, I gotta say. Maybe actually V0 has a very good scraper for the websites, but yeah, the result from image to code is quite disappointing. This is the result from Lovable. It looks really good. I can see some more details that were not included in the previous request. However, in all honesty, I still feel it's lagging behind the previous implementation, especially in terms of these icons over here. Like, the icons were a lot better previously, but right now they seem so generic, so bad. I gotta say, I expected really something better than this final result. However, in general, it looks good. It also has this additional stuff, the disclaimers and all of that links down here. So it's for everything except this part, it's a lot closer to the result and performs better than V0, 100%. Finally, we got Qwen, which indeed is able to go very deeply and really copy this website. Like, I think this is the best response out of all models by quite a mile. I gotta say, this is the most realistic result that I have seen from the models. You can see here how close it looks to it. I gotta say that it misses like this bar with the percentages, because also it's not working. Like, the bar is not scrollable, but all of the other things, I think they seem more close to the original website in some terms and cases, but it also looks, I think, a lot better. So yeah, for this query, I would say that I'm split between Lovable and Qwen as to what's the best response. Just in case, I will say Lovable because it's a little bit closer to the overall style. However, I would say Qwen is second and third is V0. So you can see two different ways to clone websites. Each method has its benefits. For example, giving the link will allow you to get some closer design to specific parts because it sees the code. However, going through the image will allow you to get all of the information into the code. Even though, because you zoom out massively, it might be less close to the result you expect. But you can see here that already, very simply, through a screenshot or just posting the URL, these tools are able to give us a very good minimum viable product, which we can fine-tune and change later on.